everyone! Welcome back to Factiverse. It's almost that time of year again, where the drugstores suddenly turn into a sea of pink and red, and you can't tell if the smell of chocolate is coming from your kitchen or your TV? Yeah, that's right. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Whether you're planning a romantic dinner for two or just stocking up on discounted candy on February 15th, no judgment here. We've got a video for you. Get ready to have your mind blown because today, we're diving into some surprising facts about Valentine's Day that you probably didn't know. So, buckle up, grab your conversation hearts, or, a bag of chips, whatever works, and let's get started. So, you think you know Valentine's Day, huh? Cupid, chocolates, roses, the whole shebang? Well, get this. Valentine's Day wasn't always about lovey-dovey stuff. I'm talking way back, like way, way back. Turns out it all started with a guy named Saint Valentine. Now, nobody's 100% sure what this Saint Valentine fellow was really about. There are stories about him being a priest who performed secret weddings, which, let's be honest, is pretty cool and rebellious for back then. Then there are other tales about him healing a jailer's daughter and sending her a letter signed, "Your Valentine." See? That's where the whole Valentine's Day card thing started. But here's the kicker. No one knows for sure which story is true, or even if it's one guy, there might have been multiple Saint Valentines. Talk about a mystery, right? This isn't your average fun fact, folks. This is some serious history we're talking about. The first recorded Valentine's Day celebration went down in the year 496. That's right, 496. To put that into perspective, that's older than sliced bread. Actually, it's older than bread. Period. Back then, Pope Gelasius declared February 14th as a day to honor Saint Valentine. What they did to celebrate, we don't really know. No heart-shaped pizzas back then, sadly. But it definitely wasn't the hallmark holiday we know today. Over the centuries, the holiday evolved, and by the Middle Ages, it started becoming associated with romantic love, thanks in part to our friend Geoffrey Chaucer and his fancy poems. Okay, imagine this. It's the Middle Ages and you're single and ready to mingle. No Tinder, no Bumble, no sliding into DMs. So what do? Well, you wait for Valentine's Day, of course. Back then, they had this wild tradition where young men and women would literally draw names from a bowl to see who their Valentine would be. Talk about leaving your love life up to chance. It was like a Valentine's Day lottery. Can you imagine pulling a name out of a hat and having to be someone's Valentine for the whole year? Talk about pressure. This tradition, my friends, is actually where we get the phrase, "wear your heart on your sleeve" from. Apparently, guys would wear the name of their chosen lady on their sleeve for a whole week. Now that's commitment. Alright, let's jet set over to Japan for a second because they do Valentine's Day a little differently. In Japan, it's the ladies who are in charge of showering their loved ones with chocolates. That's right. On February 14th, women traditionally give chocolates to the men in their lives. But hold up, it gets even better. There are different types of chocolate with different meanings. There's giri choco, which is like obligation chocolate, given to coworkers and acquaintances. Then there's hanmei choco, the really good stuff, reserved for husbands, boyfriends, or that special someone. And the best part? A month later, on March 14th, they have White Day, where the guys get to return the favor. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. Now, if you're thinking Valentine's Day is all about romance, let me introduce you to Finland, where they like to keep things platonic. That's right. In Finland, February 14th is all about celebrating friendships. They call it Ystävänpäivä, which translates to Friends Day. How cool is that? It's a day to show appreciation for your buddies, your pals, your amigos. They exchange cards, gifts, and share some laughs. No pressure for romance here. So if you're ever feeling lonely on Valentine's Day, just book a flight to Finland and hang out with your friends. We all know the heart shape, that instantly recognizable symbol of love. But guess what? It wasn't always about romance. Nope. The heart symbol has been around for centuries and it's had a wild ride. Some historians believe it was inspired by the shape of a silphium plant, which was used as an ancient form of birth control. Others think it came from the shape of a bird's heart. It wasn't until the Middle Ages that the heart began to be associated with romantic love, appearing in art and literature as a symbol of affection. Fast forward to today and the heart shape is everywhere. Emojis, candy, tattoos, you name it. It just goes to show, even ancient symbols can evolve with the times. So you thought your last text message was romantic? Well, hold on to your hats because the oldest known Valentine's Day message dates all the way back to 1415. That's right, 1415. We're talking handwritten letters, folks, none of this texting stuff. This ancient love note was penned by a dude named Charles, Duke of Orleans, to his wife while he was imprisoned in the Tower of London. Talk about a long-distance relationship. The letter itself is full of longing and affection, with lines like "I am already sick of love. My very gentle Valentine." I mean, the guy was writing poetry from prison. That's next-level romance. All right, let's head over to the Philippines, where they take Valentine's Day to a whole new level. In the Philippines, mass weddings are a popular way to celebrate the Day of Love. That's right, hundreds, sometimes even thousands of couples tie the knot at the same time in giant festive ceremonies. Talk about a recipe for love, and a whole lot of cake. These mass weddings are often sponsored by the government or local charities as a way to help couples who might not be able to afford a traditional wedding. It's a beautiful display of love, commitment, and community spirit. Move over, Cupid, because there's a new Valentine's Day hero in town, and it's teachers. That's right, teachers receive the most Valentine's Day cards annually. Think about it. Kids love any excuse to break out the crayons and construction paper, and teachers are usually on the receiving end of all that heartfelt creativity. Plus, who doesn't remember giving their favorite teacher a Valentine? It was practically a national pastime back in elementary school. So, to all the teachers out there, thank you for being Valentine's Day MVPs. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the X symbol for kisses. We've all seen it, we've all used it, but have you ever wondered where it came from? Well, it turns out the X symbol for kisses dates back to the Middle Ages. Back then, most people couldn't read or write, so they would sign documents with an X and then kiss it as a sign of sincerity and good faith. See, your teachers told you history was cool. Over time, the X became associated with kisses and eventually evolved into the shorthand we use today. So next time you sign off a text with an XOXO, remember you're carrying on a tradition that's centuries old. So, there you have it. 10 surprising facts about Valentine's Day that you probably didn't know. From ancient love letters to mass weddings, this holiday has it all. Whether you're spending it with your sweetheart, your best friends, or your cat, no judgment here. We hope you have a fun and festive Valentine's Day. And hey, if you learned something new today, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content. We'll see you next time.